grizzly bear just came for Neo stock today. Neo stock at one point it went all the way to 10% down, but finally it closes at 8.40% lost, and that was about 44 cents. So in this video, in today's video, I'm going to tell you why Neo went down, and is it the reason that you should sell the stock, or there's other reason why the Neo stock went down. So you're gonna find out in this video, or maybe this is opportunity for you to pick more share or to start position. So we're gonna cover all of that today. Just make sure you stick around, and if you like this content, always just give me a thumb up. And if you haven't subscribed, so you don't miss this update, make sure you subscribe. So let's start. If we look at the Neo stock right now, this is a chart for today. We can see it opened at 512. That was the price actually. You can see open price was 512, and then it went all the way down to 471, right? So today's between 471 to 513, and we look at the 5-day range. We can see a 5-day at one point it was all the way to 540, close to 550. Then right now is at 480, so it's lost almost $1, right? So now that's just a Neo stock chart. We're gonna know the reason why this stock it just crashed that way. By the way, Neo stock is very volatile stock. I told you the beta of Neo is almost double that of S&P 500. Of course, beta being the volatility of Neo. So when these movements happen like this, don't be surprised. It's just normal for Neo, guys. Now we look at the other industry, because this also tells us it's very important to look. If your stock went down, especially if it's automotive, you're gonna look at other stocks that are similar to the same industry, and you're gonna see what happened in those stocks. So the closest stock to Neo is Tesla right now. We can see Tesla went down about 3.54%, and of course Tesla also is a very volatile stock. The only stock that went up out of these stocks here, there's a stock called Shenzhen Motor. I'm not sure if this stock is from China or India, I can't remember, but it went up over 12%. So you might want to check that stock, by the way. Not recommendation to buy, but just check. I personally even know this stock. But so when we look at the stocks, of course, like Tesla, for example, is going down. Neo also went down. It's something to keep notes on, right? So now, why Neo went down, we're gonna look at the main reason why Neo went down. So here, guys, is a list of the most active, one of the most active stocks on the exchange today. The first one was Green Wave Tech. This has 1.40 billion on volume, but this is penny stock. So if you wanna, I don't gobble penny stock like this. So, but anyways. You can see there's a huge volume. The stock that was a little bit, one of the biggest stocks, of course, that had a bigger volume was Nvidia, because after the report, Nvidia did well these couple of days, and of course today was up almost 10%. Nvidia had almost 83.5 million volume. But we look at of course, on the just one of the trading platforms, right? But we look at the Neo stock at about 79 million. So it's a huge. The next stock that followed Neo was Tesla at 71.98. So what I'm trying to say here, there's the volume and trading wasn't just for Neo stock today. There are a lot of stocks that had a big move today. So now let's go to a report why Neo went down today. One of the main reasons, culprit, that Neo went down, reading this is from actually Bazinga, one of the most trusted sources for investing. Why Neo has lost, there's a report here, why Neo lost over 80% on Thursday. What's going on? So the reason why, the company founders William Lee disclosed intention to pursue European expansion despite uncertainty regarding potential tariffs on Chinese EV by European Union, Reuters report. Electric vehicles are very important for positive development of environments. They should never be used as a political target, Lee told reporters. So what he's saying, you guys are targeting Neo because of the rift between China and Europe. Don't use this as a political, because it's very important. So the main reason is because he's saying that we are expanding to Europe, but investors are cautioning. You're expanding to Europe, but European wants to put sanction on you. Not sanction. Tariff on your vehicle. So that's kind of worrisome. And because of the disclosure of the expansion, I think it should be taken as a good news. But investor look the other way, say, well, they're gonna put tariffs, so this is gonna be bad news. You be the judge. But for me, I think it's a good news because if they have expansion in Europe, it'll be great. So let's go ahead and read this report. Neo's new showroom is located. So Neo is open brand new. Because this report, he actually mentioned this as he opened a showroom in Amsterdam, right? Neo new showroom is located in the heart of Amsterdam, Netherlands, on a corner where a bridge crosses one of the city famous canals, right? Per report. So he was at this celebration of this opening of this thing, and then that's what he said about we are expanding in Europe. But investor get panicked. Say, oh, if you go Europe, I think this should be celebrated, right? He mentioned that the event of substantial tariff imposed by EU, European Union, the company would make the most reasonable business decision, right? So as of today, NEO has 43 battery swap stations in Europe, 15 of which are located in Germany. Data monitored by CNEV Post show the company has 2,420 such stations in China. So they have massive, of course, in China because that's where it's original from. But now they are expanding into Europe, and one of the showroom is just open in Amsterdam, which is a great news, right? So this is the main report that, of course, crashed Neo stock because they say, well, you want to expand your company, but you're going to Europe where they're going to put tariff. So, I mean, first of all, the tariff hasn't been imposed yet. It's just preposition. So we don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe there's going to be talk behind it. But what they're saying here, what they're going to do, according to other reports, is saying if the European put the tariff on, what they're going to do, they might have to open massive factories in Europe, right? So instead of Neo being made in China and imported into Europe, will be almost domestic because they're going to have those factories in Europe, just like Toyota and Honda. They have massive manufacturing in the US, right? So those vehicles are made. They are almost like local vehicles or domestic vehicle, even though they are actually they're Japanese, right? So that's exactly the move Neo is going to do to counter the tariff. So that's a great news. So guys, and on other news, remember there's a Europe Biden administration. He's proposing to put sanction on the Neo or Chinese EV. For Neo stock or for Neo company, there's nothing to worry because Neo doesn't really have any intention of expanding into the US. So there's nothing really, it doesn't really matter for Neo stock when it comes to tariff in the US. Okay, so guys, I really want to give you this update because the Neo stock went down today massively and people worry why stock went down. So those are the main reason why Neo went down today. I don't have much to say for today. If you want to be kept up to date on this, just make sure you subscribe. And if you like this content, give me a like. Catch you next one. Bye bye.